I'm like, should I do it now? Should I wait? Yeah, let's do it now. Hey, let's do it now. Hey, how you doing? It's Monday. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already Monday again. And here I am, your party artist, here to help you have fun with art. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, check out my website, camelrule.com. And I always say, if you want to get good at something, this is what you really have to do. Practice, lots of practice. Practice makes perfect. Every time you do something, you only get better at it because you know the certain ways that your hand moves. It's like muscle memory almost, right? So yeah, welcome to Monday, Cartooning Monday. Now, those of you who have never tuned in for a Cartooning Monday, here's what I do. I'll just show you the basics. And then I go off a little bit on a tangent, and then I come back and tell you, practice with doing different designs and doing eyes, noses, mouths, making facial expressions, doing all kinds of uh, making squares into faces, making triangles into faces, making circles into faces, like taking all kinds of different shapes and making them into different faces, and then showing you a little bit of the cartooning that I do as well. So you never really, it's not only that I do this stuff. Like this is my this is my painting behind me. If I turn this way, yeah, you can see it better over my shoulder. Yeah. Okay, that's my painting. Uh, and I do this kind of stuff. I've actually this weekend I was supposed to be doing a little bit of face painting, but unfortunately the rain took over, and it's raining today too. So it's a perfect day to be indoors and doing something like cartooning, just to take your mind off the weather, because sometimes it's like it'd be fun just to just be here and do this, right? Let's do this. Okay. So I show you the basics, like I say, and get you started on making your way. Like, see this door? I can only show you the door. It's you that's got to walk through it, right, babies? Yeah. Okay. If you want to be better at something, you have to do the practice. I play ukulele, and I've gotten better at it because I've done the practice. If you want to be better at being whoever you want to be when you grow up, if you're growing up, and you're still trying to figure it out, like I am, you can just keep doing it. Just do what you do. Just be who you are. Creativity is not like a like a hindrance. It's more of it's a blessing in disguise. Okay, all right. So just to get you started, let me just back up here. All right, bang my head off the wall. How did I get in this nutshell? No, I'm not in a nutshell. But you know what I was thinking? Because I do murals. I'm thinking I've seen a lot of cool looking murals where it looks kind of three dimensional. I'm thinking of making something three dimensional over here. What do you think? Do you like my eye around the corner there? Yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Okay, so to start you out, and yeah, like I say, I love making faces. I make faces all the time. You should see when nobody's looking. I'm making all kinds of faces. And that's just at my job. When I'm home by myself, oh my gosh, I'm a riot. But I start you off with the basics. Okay, so start with your triangle, your circle, and your squares. Now, I say you can always do a combination of all of them together and make this like kind of strange. If you want it to be square, round, if you want it to be round, triangle, if you want it to be a triangle, whatever you want to make it into, that little thing that kind of all combines into like being that, right? It's that point of creativity where you're like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to make a face that kind of looks like this. You can add ears to a triangle, and keeping the shape of the head. You can make something like really simple, make a face. The big jaws, right? Okay, and there you go. This is how you do caricatures, and caricatures are a lot of fun to do. Sometimes you see people who have faces like this, and you just want to draw in a like little. And then draw in the ears. Mm-hmm. It's always good when you have something handy to draw on, of course. And I use dry erase markers just because you can easily erase and stuff like that. But I always say the basics are always the best. Using pen and well, pen is you're going for the gusto if you're just starting out with pen. Pencil and eraser is always the best way to go when you're starting out doing any kind of drawing. So because you always got to say, thank God for that mighty eraser, because if I make a boo boo, I can always just kind of erase it here, make it fix it over here, and just round it off and make it look more like a jaw, right? And you can play with this kind of thing. If you don't like it, you can erase it off the top here and add stuff in. And just play with the way that you draw. You know, it helps to release your wrist too while you're drawing and playing with all kinds of different shapes. If you want to try making curly shapes, that kind of thing. Uh, and then there you go. You can make like a square head if you want to. And he's got like I know. And then forgive me. There's supposed to be bolts. Kind of give you an idea. Who do you think I'm drawing? It's got a little. That's right, making big Frankenstein. Frankenstein face. And keep in mind what kind of expression that they make, and that you can just do that and create something out of anything. This one here, you have to really kind of think, what does it look like to you? Trying to think. I'm looking at it. You look at it from all directions and you kind of think of what it could be. It could be a lady with a weird looking hat on that has a feather in it, kind of like that. And her hair kind of goes like this. And she's got like some kind of garment on. And she's got a big nose though. And sure, why not make the eyes on the same side of the face? Why not? It's your cartoon. You can make it do whatever it wants to do. There you go. So she can have a nose just like that. Because that sometimes when you look at people, you see the accent of people's faces, and you kind of look at it, and go, yeah, they kind of look like this, or they kind of look like that, and it gives you ideas to keep moving and making new cartoons and all kinds of things. Cartoons are the funnest way to start drawing and getting into drawing real people. Eventually you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to try and draw real people. And you know what, I always suggest this, and I laugh about it and I tell stories about it. If you ever get a chance to, you really have to do some live drawing. Live drawing is like going to for example, I went to Sheridan College, and Sheridan Colleges had live drawing. And there they were models, and you could actually, and there were all types of bodies. Okay, so it wasn't like you were going there and looking at spelt bodies, make it and naked. Yes, that's one thing you have to kind of keep in mind. The bodies were naked, yeah. And here am I, 17, right out of high school, getting into university, and I get to do life drawing for the first time, and I'm like, I've never seen a man naked before. I was a good girl until I got to college. And then, oh my gosh, I got ruined. Oh my gosh. But yeah, um, taking a live course on just how people, the movement of the body, because it's not just about facial expression sometimes, especially if you're getting into animation, which is what I kind of majored in trying to get to. Anyways, I can give you the basics of getting into that kind of thing too. But what it is like you have to know how like the body works, the different muscles, even the muscles of the face. If you're doing like an expression, you have to know where the lines go, where the wrinkles are. You keep those in mind as you're going through making a face. So you can make a face that kind of looks like this. You're keeping the same kind of different. You can have like what would you call that? Hourglass design. Okay, and then you can add ears. Okay, you can totally add two circles on the side, basically C backwards C shapes to make them into ears. And you can totally play with different shapes and knowing how to make the face. Like there's the cheeks. There's where the smile would be, of course, right there. Right near the chin, there's a big chin there. You can make a chin that's like a backwards C as well to make it look like a chin. And the nose is usually like an upside down 7 shape. So if you know the number 7, like that, you make it upside down. It's like that. And there you go. You can add circles for eyes. And there we go. We already have a face in the making. Add a hairline. And there we go. Ta-da. And that's how you do it. You just keep on practicing. You get to learn, and lots of books help too. And well, lucky for you guys, I mean, we have the power of YouTube, where we can just show you guys, make it easier on you. Because I remember going through all those freaking books and going, okay, well, that doesn't really help, because how am I supposed to, what number 7? Like, I don't get it. How are you supposed to make it that into a nose? Well, think about it. You turn it upside down, the number 7 looks like that, right? So, and you can think 2 circles, and look, you've already made a face. Easy, easy. So, I mean, just knowing your numbers, your shapes, it's very basic. And you know what? And that's the thing about any kind of graphic art, is very, very basic. It's getting a point across without using words. You're not using the words coming out of your mouth. You're not using the words, written language of ABCs and 1, 2, 3. Although, if you know those shapes, it's always good to help you with creating faces and different things. Like you can say, like I said, like the number 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, like I said, you make it upside down. 7, you can make like a nose shape. Upside down 6, well, a 6 can make a 9, but it can also make like kind of curly, so you can keep making that shape with that number 9 and number 6. 5 is like one of those ones where it can look like something. You can make it look like, say it looks like a nose. See, number 5, you can make it, and the rest of the face there, that's the nose. Say like that. Make sure you have your eraser handy. You put an eye here, and that could be like his hairline. He's got and they've got one like big curl in their hair. I don't know. You can add it to whatever you're drawing. You take it on and take it over and make it into something. So let's see. 4s. If you know the number 4, you can make it into different shapes like this. And these are some of the interesting shapes that you see in old civilizations, or things that are kind of like this and have to do with conduits and electric, magnetic fields and all kinds of interesting stuff, which it goes way beyond just the way of showing this. You have to see it to believe it. And other things like that. Okay, so yeah, and of course 1, 2, make the line is the line. There are no lines in real life. So you have to kind of look and see where it kind of ends, and what kind of shapes it makes. Because as we know, like, a line is just a concept, where real life is real life. I know it. I'm going a little deep for you. If you're an artist, you get it. If you're not an artist, you're like, what? You'll get it eventually. That's why I love being an artist, because you think so deeply about stuff and how it works, how it all kind of goes together. And that's what makes it so fascinating about doing something simple, like learning how to do a shape of a face, because even that turns into something else if you wanted to. So if you, like, say, let's take another shape. We could take like we did the hourglass shape. Let's try an upside down shape, like that. It looks like a nacho. Could be a nacho. If you want it to be, you can do whatever you want to it. So, but if you're trying to make a shape that kind of looks like that, you kind of imagine, well, okay, well, they must have like, it could be an alien. So you can make them like with this big head, these funny little ears, and big eyes, because aliens have big eyes, and this big brain, so you can make like little veins coming out of his forehead, kind of thing. And he's looking at you with these big eyes. out of nowhere. You color it in, you color it in. And then you can make a facial expression. What kind of face should you be making? Okay, so a little tiny nose like that. And you kind of make your imagination go, okay, what would he have? Make a little tiny happy face. You know what? I always have happy little monsters. Well, monsters I love the best are the happy monsters. The sad monsters, you can't deal with them. And the angry monsters are just out of control. You know what I'm saying? I always loved drawing like all kinds of creatures when I was young too. And I was one of those people who were like, I could look at something and know how to draw it and be like, oh, could you draw the I remember one time I did on the back of a jean jacket the Motley Crue one, with the oh gosh, I can't remember, but it kind of goes like this with the bat wings. I can't remember. It's been a long time, but yeah, it's been a long time since I rock and roll. Yeah. Oh, I gotta tell you this because I find this kind of stuff fascinating, and it's not just about art; it's about music too. Learning about stuff about what's the oldest. You have old cave paintings. People knew what you were drawing when you were making something like this. Obviously, there was, or if you made something like this. The simplicity of just making uh, the shape of something and you knew what it was just right off the bat. Say, so if somebody was to draw, say, I see this all the time at where I work too. Like, right out the bat, that's a cat. Or like, you see the shape and you know exactly what it is. Without words, without having to use any kind of language, you look at it. You say, wow, okay, that's pretty fascinating. And when I found out, the basics of what started out as music was something as simple as a bone. People were listening to music as far back, well, oh gosh, well, as far back as time I can imagine. So timing and music have always been kind of the thing. And doing animation, doing the art of music has always been a fun thing. Like I love if you got good at doing cartoons. The next logical step is, of course, doing animation. And that's why I talk about, you got to do the live drawing because you have to get used to seeing how bodies move and getting into the practice of doing a sequence. I remember one of the things that I had to do when I was in college for animation was take a shape, and I took a triangle. I did a whole whack of triangles. And inside this, I made it look as though I was making a wave crashing. Uh, you know, and as you looked at it, you saw the crash. You saw, you know what I mean? So that gave you an idea of sequence and stuff like that. So, I mean, that is a very good way to get people to understand a concept too, where you have everything in a sequence. And that's, in between cartooning and animation, there's this thing called comics, or, well, I call it comics. Some people call it, well, animation, but shoot, well, I've lost the word for it. Uh, graphic arts, yeah, because it becomes more. Well, graphic arts, yeah, graphic arts. things like anime, where it shows so much action in just doing comics, making those little boxes, and have something happen like a story, right? In between all that, make a little story of something happening to your. You have a hero, and he goes through a story, and it's all about creating the story. And stories and music go back so far in time. There are so many stories and legends and things. The animation, animation, the imagination just soars with all kinds of ideas of what you could do with all the cartooning and comic, uh, the animation you could make, or just graphic art. Um, Making something that's so brilliant, that everybody loves it, right? So, and there's a lot of great, and yeah, okay, it's great storytelling. If you know a lot of great stories, it's like a logical step the way it kind of goes, and what the story tells is something that could either, uh, ooh, it's art. It affects you. Put it that way. I just saw something moving. It scared the crap out of me. Oh, no, it didn't really scare the crap out of me. There's no crap down there. Okay, I'm okay. But wow, my I'll have to show you. My Nana's picture from back in 1918. It's my Nana's picture of the five cherubs. Isn't that beautiful? She's the one that got me started doing all kinds of very amazing art, animation, and art. Period. And she's the one who got me going. And I'd love to show this off because, like, look at how simple this is. It doesn't take, looking back on it now, of course, this is old, like I say, this, the five cherubs, obviously, and her interpretation of it. And you know what? Sometimes other people's interpretations of well designed pieces of art are just as good as those that you see at a gallery or anything like that. So you know what? The whole thing about art is it's not supposed to impress anybody. It's just supposed to give you something. It's supposed to leave you with the feeling. I think I, and you know what I did, years later I've recreated it, like somewhere in my amidst of my paintings. I have the recreation I did of this in painting. I did the actual painting and add some gold into it. I'll find it one day and I'll post on it. I know it's somewhere in my Instagram, and if you wanted to go take a look, you're more than welcome to. I gotta find all my stuff and post it on my website. My website is going to become the place where everybody's going to have to try and find me more often. I'm thinking because with the way everything's been going lately, I've been thinking I might just try to do it for myself and post the videos just on YouTube and well, we'll see how things go. But anyway, the storytelling and art itself creates the imagination. Timing and music. All comes together. It's just a great thing. It's a big thing, and it's something that's meant just for your own enjoyment of being in this world right now. You know what? My motto of life has always been life's what you make it, and it's very true. It's like if you don't do what you enjoy, what's the sense of being, right? You got to do what you enjoy, even if it kind of is, as long as you're not hurting anybody, and as long as it causes you to have more joy than somebody else on your behalf, kind of thing. You got to have it. You got to do it. Anyways, I digress because I just love art so much, and I love my job doing fashion. That's for sure. I love putting colors together and seeing people dressing up and looking good, because you know what, life is short. And you know, my one thing is like, I remember James Dean said, live fast, die young, and leave a beautiful corpse. Well, you know what, I plan on sticking it out, making lots of noise, and still looking fantastic by the time I'm in my 60s, 70s, and 80s, right? If I make it into my 90s and hundreds, you better be looking up, because man, I'm going to be doing it. It's going to happen. It's got to happen, because I got enough boisterous energy inside of me that I can give you guys what you need art wise. Anyways, anything else? You're going to have to talk to me personally. You know what I'm talking about when I say me and Brad Pitt are like this, and this is me over here. Woohoo! Right, Gene? Oh my God! Right? You got to throw it in there once in a while, right? I'm getting so talkative here, and I need to have a drink. All right, so thank you for coming and sticking around, and thank you, Jean, for hanging out. I think you're a great lady. We put up with a lot of stuff together, and I appreciate you, hey, hanging around. So here's to Jean. I'll make sure I don't spill anything. Here's to Jean. Jean, cheers. Yeah, you know what? I was forgetting about it too. I'm actually getting pretty good. As long as I don't, yeah, yeah. Every once in a while, it shows up in my feeds, but I try to like just go, right. We got this under control, and we got this. Yes, yeah. And we got some great stories we're going to tell. Yeah, for sure. You know what? And I love telling stories, and like I say, it's all part of doing animation and drawing and making faces, and just getting to find your own way through stuff. Oh, the hello dears. Yes, I know. Isn't that funny? Is that how he starts off every conversation? But hey, we're doing well, and cartooning is always a lot of fun. And yes, when you have something like that happening, sometimes drawing cartoons of that kind of help too. So, what do you think? Should I do a caricature? Because it's not that it would be very hard to do. Like, of course, I've already done it before. Oh. No, not chin like that. That's a little more like this. Like Dudley Doolittle. Where's what do you think? Hey? Right on. Anyways, neither here nor there. Yeah. Cartooning can be fun. It can be exciting. It can be whatever you want it to be. It's just like life. And what do I say? My motto is life's what? Make it. Good to know on a Monday, right? Life's what you make it. And you know what? It can be as fun as you want. It can be as miserable as you want it to be. It can be as great as you want it to be. It's all depending on you and your attitude. And that's what it all comes down to, especially when you do art too, because you get a lot of no's. As being an artist, you get a lot of no's. So you got to keep in mind, life is what you make it. Don't worry about those naysayers. Just keep on going. Do what you do. Be creative, because you know what? AI wants to take over your job. Some computers want to take over your job, but they can't take over your imagination. Your imagination is the thing that's key around here. And when you learn to do a lot of stuff, it just takes a more time towards the goal that you're heading towards, and it makes you shine. Yeah, yes, baby. That's what I always say, shine. Because you deserve it. You deserve to shine. Because you know what? We are all so many great stars out here. We are all great celebrities, if you know what I mean. From the past. If you guys think of, like I say, the ancient past and stuff like that. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, yeah. The first instrument was like bone, right? So I was just saying, I have. This is what's equivalent now to what the first instrument of the world was. Do you believe that? The slide whistle? Now, can you think of funny things while I'm playing this? Because, it sounds silly just to begin with. And I do silly things because I used to be a clown. So hold on. Okay, I'll stop now. It sounds like an ending. Okay, you know what? And I love playing the tin whistle. I play tin whistle. I play recorder. I love playing anything that creates any kind of sound like this. Nothing here, nothing here, nothing here. All right, are you ready, guys? You put your hands together like this, like you're the champion of the world. And I teach kids this all the time. Have you ever laughed so hard that you and we get good at it. Oh my gosh, everybody's like, whoa, that smell. Can you smell that? It smell. Okay. There's no smell in that one. It's like, and I used to try and climb walls with that when I was a kid. Yeah, I have to admit. And okay, but when you get good at this, you do this one. I call this one the dolphin call. I freak kids out with that one. Watch this. Football, no hands. I know people think that I'm throwing my voice, but I'm not. I used to scare the dogs with it. You can gather water into your hands and squirt people. You can have a good time with suction, if you know what I mean. Like this, watch. I used to do this. Yeah, I stick. Not only do I stink, but I stick too. Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah. But that's the thing. You gotta not take life so serious. You gotta have a good time because it's what you make it. If you're gonna make it tough on yourself, it's gonna be tough. You want to take it easy on yourself. Try and just take it easy once in a while. All right, take it easy on yourself. We're our own worst critics sometimes. It's all just when they talk about wellness, and especially what's coming up for June, I guess. Well, wellness, wow, June, whatever. I have Wellness Wednesdays. So you come and see me on a Wednesday, and I will make you feel much better than you do right now. But I do try and keep people happy. You have to be. I know some people say you have to kind of put yourself in that mood, but yeah, when you get there and you think about all the good, it's like, wow, okay, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. And well, thank you. And I think everybody should just try and get out of your comfort zone. And when you stop being so anxious about things get a lot easier too. And like I say, when I stopped thinking about Brad Pitt and all those imposters out there, the more at ease I feel, and I've been feeling, and I've felt now that it's kind of like, oh, thank God. I only see it popping up once in a while in my feed. I'm like, okay, hallelujah for that. And so I want to give you a little cheer, you people out there, of loving peoples I love there. I'm giving you a cheer that says, I appreciate you guys, all of you. So here's to it and from it and to it again, because we never know when we'll be here to do it again, if you know what I mean. People think I'm funny. I'm just funny smelling. And thank God, like you're out there, you can't smell me here because if you're good, baby, you'd be like, do you ever wear deodorant? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I think of the George Carlin thing with the, well, you lick the dandruff. I just can't get close enough to people to make a sale. What do you think? Could it be that I maybe have bad breath? I don't know, Dad. You whip the dandruff. I love that. That's always. And see, when you do stuff like that, you think of old routines, and you think of things that like make you laugh, and you think, I should do a cartoon. I should do a cartoon. Well, you know what? Maybe do a cartoon. What do you think George Carlin's characters would be like? Do a character. Do a drawing of what you think your life would be like if you were a cat. I know, or yeah. Well, especially if you were Jean's cat. Can you imagine? Right, Jean? Oh my gosh, your cat is out of control. I mean, well, it's not out of control right now, but wow, he's a lover. I know. And yeah, I can just imagine all the stories. You know, it's funny because I have written a book. It's called The Plight of Time. Now, hold on. I got something to show you. I did the cover for it. So if you ever are looking for what the book looks like, and if you ever see something called The Plight of Time, you want to know what it looks like. This is the cover of the book. I painted it myself. And it says, what if the fate of the world rested on one boy? Now, if you don't know what the story of, I've had the story forever. I've had the story. This is what I wanted to go to college to do animation for because I made this story. This is a great story. Nobody knows about it, but if they did, oh my gosh, copyrights are mine, babies. It's a great story. And like I say, I've had it since I was 15. I thought for a second there that J.K. Rowling was going to steal it from me. But you know what I found out? Harry Potter is good. Like Harry Potter is good. But my Ryan here is even better. Like, yeah, because the great thing is that he can always go back to different planets. I mean, different planets. Go back to different worlds. Yeah, different worlds, different planets, all kinds of fantasy worlds, all kinds of adventures. And that's the thing that makes it great about doing animation is putting it down on paper, getting that story out there, and creating that feeling of woo. Maybe it isn't so bad to be alive if you know that there's that one person that's gonna make it happen, like Superman. Like that's why they made Superman. They're like, who can come at a time like this to save us? Superman. Yeah, Superman. Think of the heroes that we used to have. Think of the heroes that they made back in the past to make us feel good. They used cartoons, they used comics, they used all kinds of different things, humor to make us feel good, right? That's all part of what this is. This is all part of doing cartooning and comics and doing the story. It's the story of just getting out there, and just enjoying what it is for what it is, Yeah. And that's what I love. And that's why I do this. And this is what happens every day when you see me. I'm always trying. Now, I'll even show you. Watch this. Because I bring this to work with me. People like they have to look at this at the end of the day when I'm coming out. He's like, "Do you have anything to show?" I have to show my bags at work because people at work steal. I don't know why, but here's my. I have a pencil case full of all kinds of stuff for when I get ideas and I want to get it down comics wise, drawing wise. It's that I have a pad, a sketchbook, any kind of thing. I like to keep it handy because I love to draw. And I can give you a sample. What do I have in here right now? I don't want to scare you or something. Oh, this cute little thing I drew. Like, isn't it almost looks like Drew Carey, child version of Drew Carey. you know, um, I made this too. It's like a different. It's this cat. It's a cat with butterfly because I'm an imagination kind of person. There's a cat with butterfly ears. I'll have the color. It's a blue cat with butterfly ears, and yeah, which are nice. It was nice orange color, so they I'll show you when I color it in. But it's a pretty cute little cat. I named him Ralphie because he looks like Ralphie from A Christmas Story. It reminds me of. So I did that. Okay. I have, I did caricatures of people and I gave them to them. So they were really happy about that. Is Spock is still in here? Oh, I'll show you. Oh, yep. Spock's still here. All right. Spock. Spock. My shit. Spock. Did you know that if you take my face, here's something stupid to tell you. If you take my face and you put William Shatner's face next to mine and you do that thing, that filter where you make him look like a girl, him and I could be sisters. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but it's true. There's a picture that I have where it shows Captain Kirk as a guy, as a woman, because they can do that in filters, right? He's made him into a filter of a woman, and I went, oh my god, it looks like me. So I know what I'm going to look like when I'm 90. I'm going to look like William Shatner. He is Canadian too. I know it's kind of like it runs in the family kind of thing, right? It's the Canadian thing, you know. All right, Spock. My shit, Spock. What are you? Some kind of cunt? Spock will be like, can you shut up? Anyways, I've also got like ideas I'm doing for like, um, I do chalkboard signs. Chalkboard signs. You know, this woman never rests. There's all kinds of things that I do. You have no idea. I do murals. I do caricatures. I do cartoons. I do blah, blah, blah. You know, the list is endless. I do all these paintings. I teach you also. I come to you in your home if you live in the Niagara area and you love to party. I have what I call Niagara art parties, Niagara art parties, Niagara art parties, partying with paint. And if you aren't here, you ain't. And you know, partying with paint is always a lot of fun. And this is like one of the ones that I helped do with some kids. They turned out great. You know, although they were 7 years old, they still did a fantastic job doing something similar to that. Anyways, so Niagara art parties, I come to you with paint and I give you a good time and show you how to use the brushes and show you how to make a painting. And then I leave you and I take all the stuff with me and we have fun. We have a lot of fun together. Yeah. So I hope you like my t-shirt too. This is Yvonne DiCarlo. You know her better as, you know, Mrs. Munster. And she was also, did you know that she was Moses' wife in the Ten Commandments? I'm like, oh my gosh, that's her. She's so pretty, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, hold on. I'm getting somebody's trying to contact me. Hold on. Am I in trouble? I'm gonna find out. Hold on. Who is it? It's me, Dave. Oh, it's my mom. Oh, dear Lord, my mom's finding out about me. No. Sorry, Mom. No. It's, yeah, she's okay. She's okay. She knows how I am. You know, I asked her the other day too. I said, because, you know, it was Mother's Day a couple weeks back. Anyways, I asked her, I said, so when you ask people, when people ask you, oh, you have a daughter? And she says, yeah. I said, well, what did you tell them that I do for a living? And she's like, I tell people that you're in retail. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I am. I am. It's the job I do. But when I'm not doing retail, I am an artist. And I have my tin whistle. Look I brought my tin whistle. I didn't even know. A little something. You know what? I bring it to the Penn Center in St. Catharines. Great acoustics in there. You know, you ever want to play a nice instrument in a mall? It's a fun instrument to play, and besides playing ukulele, and I know it's all because I'm a clown. It's the clown in me that's just, it never goes away. And that's why I like, again, I do paintings, and that's why I was doing face painting, and that's why I do cartoons, because I love to just show you guys how easy and how good it makes you feel when you practice and you learn something. It's like, wow, you feel better than you've ever felt before. I should know. I feel great. I mean, look at me. I'm what? I'm 54. I'm going to be 55 soon. And I feel when I do my art, when I show people how to do this, I feel timeless. I feel like I was meant to do something that was good for everybody and make you feel good inside, make you feel good in your heart. That's the where it counts in the cockles. You got to get them in the cockles when you can, right, babies? That's right. Anyways. Oh, you know what I should also mention? I love, like I say, I love fashion. So yeah, I'm putting my stuff away because you know what my community plan used to say: take care of your stuff. Once you play with it, put it away. You know, be nice. Put your stuff away. What the heck is that? Oh, 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 oh! I forgot. I have my little bag of surprises. I forgot I packed it in here. I'm learning all kinds of stuff here. Yeah, there's all kinds of surprises in here. Do you want to see something? You want to see what I have in my bag of surprises? Ooh, it's like 3D. Ooh, I feel like John Candy. No, wait a minute. John Candy is in here. Ooh, 3D. You want to see what I got in my bag? I can show you one thing I got in my bag. I can just show you it. I can't play with it. No. Let me show you what I got in my bag. Hold on. Let me find you a good one. Oh, this one's broken. Okay, hold on. Not a broken one. I'm taking out the broken ones. Well, I can't play. This is like a little ocarina. It's like a little whistle you can play, and you can play two notes. You can make a song with 2 notes, babies. You can make a whole lot of music with just 2 notes. You can make a soundtrack for your animation. Oh, there's these. Do you like how my tongue goes to the side while I do this? It's the clown in me. I can't help it. Damn. One hand clapping, right? Uh-huh. Okay. Paul McCartney sings about that kind of shit. Sings about that kind of stuff. I don't. One hand clapping. I can't believe sometimes. Oh, and then there's this. Little ping, 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 ping. What does this say? Who does that say? Randy. Okay, I guess I'm feeling kind of randy myself. Okay. Griselda from the hilarious House of Frightenstein. Eat your heart out. Okay, there's something else in here that I wanted to show you. I think I got. Oh, and I have. You want to play a football game? There's a football game. Okay, let's go. Okay. I'm being goofy. All right, yeah. So, and as you can guess, when I used to be Kimmy the Clown all those years ago, it's been 4 years now. Yeah, I retired at 50. And all those years since, I've been holding on to my little surprise bag. I still, you know what? The last time I did did the unicorns, I brought out my surprise bag. So I'll bring it with me. What the heck? Take it with me to work. Surprise a few people. Would you love to have fun with me? I bet you would. Did I tell you the one time I was at the mall and the lady actually blessed me? Like she took out some oils and she made the cross on my forehead and everything. She did like a blessing. I was like, wow. It was an amazing, like I felt so good. And some people they see it in you and they draw it out of you, and it's sometimes a great thing when you feel good and it makes everybody else feel good around you. It's a great feeling. It's like being a magician's assistant. Wait a minute. I was that too. You know what? Because I know all the tricks. And I'm not hypnotizable. That's why I didn't fall from the the silliness that happened is because everybody was hypnotized. I think you were all hypnotized a little bit, because if it weren't, you would have realized, you would have seen the signs. You know what? It also helps because I love theater, and I love the whole, like, I learned how to see things differently from everybody else. I guess that's what it is, and that's why when I went from high school into college, I, even though I had to watch a lot of naked guys, ooh, I did, learn something about humanity at the same time too, and it's a very liberating thing, I guess, and it's it's a thing that, even to this day, I'm very, very, I'm thankful for it. And if I can bring it to you guys and share it with you, that's what I love to do, because, like I say, um, art gives me this freedom, and I know it makes me feel free even when I'm not. I know I'm not free, but I am at my best when I'm doing art and music and animation and all that stuff. That's what I love. And if you love it too, and you appreciate the enthusiasm that I have for cartooning, hang around with me. I'll like and subscribe. Figure out, maybe there's something that I have that you do, or if you want something to know about what, just ask me, because I'm here. That's the thing. It's great. Thanks, Jean. And Jean is awesome too. She's a great actress, and I've been blessed to know so many great people all over the world, and not only just thanks to everybody that I know, but I can say thank you to Brad Pitt, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known Gene, and I wouldn't have known Kyle, who lives in Louisiana, and I wouldn't know a few ladies that live on the other side of the world, and I wouldn't know a lot. So a lot about acting and stuff like that. I am a big fan. I put it down to them. You really, you gotta, inspiration comes from all kinds of different places, and whatever your inspiration is that keeps you motivated, that's what counts. Boy, I've talked your ear off, and I got to get ready for work, and I appreciate your time, though. And time is very important, and timing is very important too. You should pick up a ukulele. You should pick up an instrument and maybe try and play it, because it's fun to get together with other people and hang out and play and play. People have forgotten how to play, and you know what? I haven't, and I find it very stimulating. You got to do it. It's almost like improv. It's almost like being a comedian. It's almost like having your own show. How about that? Yeah, so if you want to know more about me, check me out. I am up for commissions, and I do a lot of great artwork. And when I'm not doing this, I'm a ham. Anytime you need extra people on the set of anything, or you want to use some of my art or do set design, I'm good for that too. I do all that kind of thing. I run the whole gamut, because I've been here for long enough to see what I like, and I like what I know. Getting better in your wardrobe. Oh, that's a little bit Genesis. Okay, so anyways, with that being said, I'm going to have another drink and wish you guys well. I'm going to have to go, like I said, but I thank you so much for hanging out. And tomorrow is Magic Tuesday, so come and get your fortune told by me with a little bit of tarot card reading. It doesn't really do anything. It just gives you maybe a different insight into a different direction. If you want to learn something different, come hang out with me. And in the meantime, give you a cheer. Hold on, let's see if I can find one. If I can't find one, I'll make one up. I used to have it all written down somewhere. Hold on. Oh, there goes my gloves. Do I have one? No, I don't. Okay. So, all right. So I'll have to do an oldie. So it goes like this. Here's to artistic genius Pablo Picasso. His final words were, "Drink to me, and who am I to argue with genius?" Cheers, everybody. And behave yourselves if all else. And keep in mind, you can always have fun at any age. So I hope you've had fun. And with that, as my mom used to say, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you, Jean. You were the best. I hope you have a. Yes, I'm drinking smart water because, I got to try and be more brilliant than dare I say it. We got to be on the ball. You know what I'm saying?